Hello there, this is Adam Crossley at the International School of Dhaka, and this tutorial is about the very cool website Socrative.com and how the vote feature can be an incredibly effective student-centered learning tool to improve the student's ability to create and recognize high-quality written responses and to promote higher-order thinking by using technology in collaborative, highly engaging lessons.
The class is voting for me. Freeze.
This is what Socrative looks like. It's a great website with tons of options. All the features used in this tutorial are totally free and easy to use. I'll walk you through how to use it. There is a pay feature, but everything used in this tutorial is free for both students and teachers. Now, this strategy will work for any lesson where students are composing written answers that are not too long. Think less than 100 words, and where you want students to both create and justify the elements of a top-notch answer. It'll really work well in English, humanities, science, or anywhere where you want really quality written responses from students. This model lesson is a grade 10 English class analyzing author's intent and use of literary devices in the Bob Marley song Concrete Jungle.
Darkness has come to my life and turned my day to light. What line are we analyzing here?
Darkness has covered my life
Has changed my day into night. So is there figurative language in there? You betcha. Does it convey a mood? Yes. The class is voting for me. Who voted for B? Who's somebody who voted
both have basically the same idea when it comes to analysis, but B is put a lot more sympathy than A, so it's just straight to the point, but it's still perceptive at the same time.
Here is the vote result. You can see that often the class is very closely split. Asking students to justify their vote encourages higher order thinking and helps them recognize the difference between good and great answers. It also provides many teachable moments. For example, you can bring student attention to excellent elements such as the sentence, "This metaphor conveys that his freedom is suppressed and sets a melancholy mood." This encourages students to recognize and replicate this excellence. The way this is set up is first you create your own Socrative account, which again is free. This gives you a room number or name, and this is what your students use to log in to your room. When students come here, they will click the student login as opposed to the teacher login, and they will enter that number, for example, 755793, here into your room name, and you will see them start to appear in your room up here. Obviously, there's no students in the room right now as I'm recording this tutorial, but if there were, you would see the number increasing up here. There are a lot of features here. You can preload quizzes in, you can do exit tickets. There's a lot of different ways to use the site. This is going to focus on short answer. So you can write the question in here and it will get sent out to the students. It's optional, so if you just want to say the question orally, like the question addressed in the example will be, what is the significance of the title? And you start the activity, and that will send out little question boxes for your students to fill in their answers and submit them, where they will show up here and can be displayed to the class. After you send the question to students, they submit their answers, and now the class is ready to start voting. Give students an aspect of the rubric to focus their voting. This helps them familiarize with the rubric. This class often equates volume to quality, but as you can see in this example, they did not. Partner discussions justifying their vote rationale promote higher order thinking.
Turn to tell somebody near you, which one did you vote for and why? Try to use the language in the rubric.
I voted for the first one because it used better vocabulary in my eyes, and it sticks to the rubric a bit more.
So she says it has more details and uses the vocabulary more effectively.
Ask students to identify key phrases that decided their vote, such as, concrete jungle is often used as a metaphor for a big city. Both other answers are missing this perceptive detail and wouldn't score as highly, even though they are much longer. Student-centered class discussions highlight these key differences. So that's how it works. It develops quality writing and higher order thinking in students, and it is fun and easy to prep, and I know all teachers out there will appreciate that detail. Here are 4 quick tips that I use when planning and carrying out this activity in my classroom to help it run smoothly. Tip number 1 is give students a word limit. Tell them this orally and say 85 words or less, or 100 words or less. If the answers are too long, it can take too long to read and evaluate it. But with shorter answers, it can be much easier to evaluate and vote very quickly. Tip number 2 is to put the students into small groups or partners and have only 2 or 3 groups or partners submit answers to each question. So this means there'll be only 2 or 3 student answers for them to vote on, which is much easier than choosing the best out of for 15 or so. So, for example, if you have Team A as Student 1, Student 2, and Student 3, they will try to write the best answer possible for this question. Team B, Student 4, Student 5, Student 6 will also answer this question, and these 2 teams will then submit their answers, and the class will vote for the best one. You can have 3 groups submit answers. That works fine. You can also have partners, which is what you see in the example class being taught.
As documents? No,
This also increases collaboration between students as they work together to formulate their best answers. Number 3 is to have students write answers to all questions in a previous class or as homework. And then when they come in the day of, they just polish their answers in a Word document and copy and paste those answers over to Socrative. So at the start of class, you would have Team A with these 3 students polishing this answer, and Team B polishing the same answer, their version. Team C would be polishing this answer while Team D polishes up this answer. And then when it comes time to submit, Team A submits the only answers to question 1, and the class votes. And then when it comes time to submit Team C and D, they just copy and paste their already prepared answers. It's much faster. Tip 4 is to freeze the projector using the remote after students have submitted their answers, but before they start voting, and then have students read the answers out loud before they start voting.
So, if we read as a class, we know that everybody has read and heard the whole answer, and then you can make a better decision.
Part of the song conveys that the author frees Crab and mentions how he's not free.
Another reason to freeze the screen is if you leave your projector unfrozen, then as votes come in, the bars will start tallying these votes just like this in real time, and it can distract students from their reasons for justifying their own answers, and instead they're just focusing on the movement. Instead, if it's frozen, you can hold the discussion, have students discuss, rationalize their votes, and then unfreeze as a big reveal at the end.
Let's do a little drum roll. There we go. Hey! Unfreeze.
Okay, so that's it. Have fun, and thanks for watching. If you have any questions, contact me through my YouTube channel or leave a comment below. And you can find teaching resources I've created at my Teachers Pay Teachers store, which is linked right there. And a big thank you to my rowdy and curious grade 10s and Mike Nicolaides, John Drury, and Mary Ross for filming these classes, and the teachers who participated in the ATL workshop, and Kim Green for providing the opportunity to lead the workshop.